They can't stand up for what they motherfucking said. Nah, I ain't say that. He said that. If you got something to say, my nigga, stand up for what you said, my nigga. Tell him to bring it to the square, nigga. Yeah, I said it. You don't like what I'm saying, then buck. Swing when you see me, we can throw them hands up. Stand up. If you ain't noticed, nigga, I don't give a fuck. If I said it, then I meant it. And what? Nigga, stand up. You don't wanna see the trigger man bump. Shit, you and your man's up. Make it hard for niggas to stand up. Yeah, your crew, they don't want it with us, dude. If the motherfuckers do, bust a motherfucker. Hey, you got an alligator mouth and a hummingbird ass. Your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash. 145 in the mighty weight class. Wanna survive, better scramble like eggs and break fast. Cause I know how to handle your fake ass. I'ma ride on you and hide you yesterday's trash. Pull up in the Chevy, spread rounds through the glass. Till you laying face down in the grass and I laugh. That's the end of the song. The end of my problems, nigga. Master and Apollo. Go lay up with a model and watch the news tomorrow. That's the end. Checkmate, game over. I holler. Man, I'm telling you, partner, you don't know what you're doing. Don't recognize the trouble you get into in your room. They dig this, man. I spent my childhood in a wild hood. And all the gangster shit you talking, yeah, it sound good. But make it understood, you gon' have to show me. I'm an OG, you wanna overthrow me.
What's going on? What's going on, Ghost? Appreciate you coming through. He said, fuck Bud. Yeah. We got a couple of things to talk about. We got a couple of fights coming up this weekend. Well, not a couple of fights. We got a lot of fights coming up this weekend. If y'all was on Southern T, he talked about a few of them earlier. We got Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. We got Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. We got Keyshawn Davis fighting this weekend. We got Troy Isley fighting this weekend. Nico Wash Ali fighting this weekend. Or should I say Nico Ali Wash fighting this weekend. We got Ammo fighting this weekend. We got a lot of fights going on this weekend. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the fights that's going on this weekend. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Y'all want to come through and give your thoughts on the fight? Y'all can. What's going on, Queek? My sis, what's going on with you? But yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of fights going on this weekend. The first fight I want to talk about is the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I mean, it's gonna be this is a fight that a lot of people been wanting to see. It's gonna be a good fight. Katie Taylor, she's a decent fighter. I wouldn't say she's a bum or anything like that. She's a decent fighter. I just believe Amanda Serrano, she's a better boxer than Katie Taylor. She has a high punch output. And she's one of the few female fighters that I see that fight similar to a guy. She likes to change levels, and she got decent power with her punch placement. She's gonna put a lot of pressure on Katie Taylor, and I believe Katie Taylor is going to end up being overwhelmed with the pressure that Amanda Serrano is going to put on her, and she's going to. I think that she's going to end up stopping Katie Taylor, probably like the 7th or the 8th round. What's going on, Daryl Adams? Appreciate you coming through. Unbelievable fight. Taylor versus Serrano. I got Taylor for me. Oh, you got Taylor in that? I mean, that's an interesting pick. I don't think Katie Taylor is going to be able to deal with the pressure that Amanda Serrano is going to put on her. Like I said, Katie Taylor, she's one of the few females that I see change levels. Most females they headhunt, but Amanda Serrano, she likes to go to the body, and then she will also go to the head once you bring that guard down. So she doesn't just go in there and swing for a head. Duran, he said, not a chance in a million years. Taylor getting stopped. Taylor all day. Telling, oh, you saying Taylor is getting the stop? Taylor all day. I mean, we will see. I don't think Taylor is going to be able to put up enough against Amanda Serrano, but we will see. Quickly said, I agree. Serrano in 8. Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's going to be either round 7 or round 8. Amanda Serrano is going to end up stopping Katie Taylor. And I don't think it's going to be from a knockout. I think it's going to be due to the pressure that she put on her. Taylor, I think she's going to drop Taylor a couple of times, and they're going to end up stopping the fight. He said, "No, Taylor wins, but that's my opinion. Can't wait, bro." Yeah, no, that's your opinion. I mean, if you feel Taylor's going to win, that's your opinion. I mean, like I said, Taylor's not a bad fighter. I didn't say she was bad. I just feel Amanda Serrano is a better fighter. What's going on, Just Dude? Appreciate you coming through. Taylor about to go. Ghost said Taylor about to go night. She'll be dreaming about being number 1 pound for pound in the shadows. Relearn. In the shadows regime. I mean, yeah. I don't know if she's gonna go to sleep. I don't know if she's gonna go to sleep. I think it's just gonna be a stoppage. I don't know if she's gonna get. I mean, she could get knocked out, but I think it's just gonna be a stoppage. I think she's gonna get hit to me. I mean, I think she's gonna get dropped a couple of times, and I think the referee gonna say she had enough, or it could be the corner could stop her. I mean, it can go either way, but yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. And then we got Keyshawn Davis back in action this weekend. I can't wait to see him back in action. See if he's getting better, because the last fight that I seen him in, he looked good, but he looked like he was anxious to get back into the ring. So I wanted to see if he calmed down and pretty much just worked on his skills. I believe he's gonna stop the guy that he's in there with. I can't remember the guy's name, but I believe he's going to stop the guy that he's in there with. But I just want to see if he's calmed down and not be so anxious. But yeah, I can't wait to see him in the ring. But then we also got Nico Ali Wash. Not too big on seeing him in this weekend. I might watch him just to see if he got any better than what I seen the last couple of fights. But if he hasn't got any better from what I've seen the last couple of fights, it's just a matter of time. He's going to end up getting knocked out. He's going to end up getting knocked out. Just a matter of time with him. What's going on, T?
What's good, Pep?
Who is Ammo fighting again? I forgot. I forgot.
Odell Booker.
Yeah, Booker. It's
gonna be a banger.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice fight. I want to see that. I hope it doesn't interfere with any of the fights on Top Rank that I want to see, because that fight is on DAZN. Because I want to see that fight. Go say Keyshawn ain't going to be in a competitive fight for another 3 years. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in a competitive fight, because that's how Top Rank move. Top Rank don't usually put their guys in competitive fights early. I mean, if they do it at all, they usually don't put them in competitive fights like that. So especially if it's a guy that he believes that he can make money on, he's not going to put him in a situation where they believe that he's going to get beat. So, yeah, I just but I want to see Keyshawn Davis, but I definitely want to see that Booker versus Ammo. That's definitely going to be a banger. I don't even know how to call this fight. I don't even know who I'm gonna go with. That's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who I'm gonna go with. I'm leaning towards Ammo, but I mean, Booker is not, he's just as good as Ammo.
Right.
He's just as good as Ammo. So I don't even.
He moving up one weight division too, so that might play a part. You know, he moving up one from 154 to 160, so that might, you know. But man, that's gonna be good though. That's gonna be good.
I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. I will not be placing a bet on that fight.
Man, I'm waiting for the odds to hit Thursday so I can see what's going on.
What's going on, OTB boxing class? What's going on with you? I can't call. He said I couldn't call either. I picked Ammo because Booker is moving up. Yeah. What's going on, Case Avoid? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know who to pick in that fight. I really don't. Both of those guys are good. I don't know who to pick in that fight.
What's good, Kate?
Booker's moving up, so that might plays a part, but it's only 6 pounds. It's not like it's a whole lot of weight he's moving up. Because usually when he come in the fight, he's already at like 160 on fight night. So I mean, it might not play a part at all. I'm ready for Errol to take Terrence Crawford soul boxing matchups, and I got Shakur dominating Valdez. Yeah, we're gonna get to Errol as well. We're gonna get to Errol, but yeah, I got Shakur dominating Oscar Valdez. But yeah, so I mean, I don't even know. And Troy Osley is fighting this weekend as well. I believe Troy Osley gonna win. He should get a knockout this week. That last fight that he was in, he was hitting the guy with everything. I literally think that guy was on something, because that guy got hit with everything and he wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't budging at all. It made me think that Troy Osley didn't have no power the way he was hitting this guy, and the guy wasn't going nowhere. So I was like, God damn, this man is not going. He didn't even look like he was hurt at all in that fight. This man was getting hit with everything. Troy Osley was swinging for the fence.
I told him to hit that last fight.
Yeah.
This shit ain't looking natural.
Daryl Adams said, I got Ammo Williams. We got Ammo. He's one of our own in the UK. He's always here.
Yeah, that dude like him. Yeah. But he been signed with Eddie for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I want to pick Ammo, but like I said, I mean, it's kind of hard to pick against Booker, and it's hard to pick against Ammo. That's why I'm just going to stay. I mean, it's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way. I'm going to say Ammo because he's already at 160, but I wouldn't be surprised if Booker pulled it out. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I know I'm going to be sitting there watching it, because I know it's going to be action-packed. But yeah, and then like I said, we got the main event on ESPN: Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez. Now that's a fight that everybody's been waiting to see happens. OTB says facts, but Booker can hit in the can hit in the pocket with the he can hit in the pocket with the best of them. Yeah, he can. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be action packed. I mean, I can see the fight going either way. I'm gonna pick Ammo because he's already at 160 and Booker's moving up. But I mean, it is what it is. He said, Dwayne, watch the weight won't be shit. He will be fast and stronger than he was at 154. That boy was drained at 54. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's what I said. When he came in on fight night, he was already like 160, 165 on fight night. So I don't think 160 is going to be a big problem for him. But the thing is, Ammo might be coming in like 170. That's the thing. Ammo might be coming in at 170. So I mean, it's going like I said, it's gonna be action packed. I can see this fight going either way. I can see it going either way. What's going on, Just Do? What you got on it?
What's good, my boy? Who we talking? The Ammo fight?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's gonna be a good fight, man. They both skilled. Cordell Booker got a little more pro experience, so that that might help him in the fight. But he going up. That's a tough test, man. Ammo young, but he hungry, he's skilled. He been at 160. Like I said, Booker he had said to me directly that he couldn't get no opportunities at 54, so he's moving up to 60. So that's what he's doing. I respect it. That's a tough test for your first fight at 60.
Yeah, that is true. But
I like them both, y'all.
Case of Voice said, Daryl Adams, this for you. He said, hey, we can bet some cash. I got Amanda Serrano. Oh, there you go, Daryl Adams. He said, Case of Voice said he's willing to bet you.
The boy trying to biz that.
Case of Voice got to feed that. Case of Voice got to feed that itch. I ain't robbed the book today.
He said, Ghost said Booker will come in at 170 plus. He's big. He will surprise folks in terms of his physical size. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. I know Ammo's going to come in roughly around 170. I know that. He's going to come in roughly around 170. So, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, it's going to be a great fight. I can see it. I'm not placing no money on it because I can see it going either way. I'm going to say Ammo because he's already at 160. But like I said, Booker ain't no slouch. It's only a 6-pound difference. So he ain't no slouch. And I could see Booker beating Ammo. So, I mean, Case of Boy, Daryl Adams said, not a fucking problem. So there y'all go. Y'all go ahead. He said, Case of Boy said, how much? I'm putting it on record. So whatever y'all bet, can't nobody say, oh, I didn't bet you. It's going to be in the archives. I don't take my video down for nobody.
Let's see this Saturday, y'all. Let's go. It's why I like to see this fight weekend, motherfucker.
OTB said, it's can Booker close the distance and can Ammo keep his distance? Yeah, that's going to be the tell of the fight. It's whoever can pose their will on the next person.
The thing is, Ammo fight inside too. It's gonna get good, man.
He said
all their predictions. I ain't do that one.
He said 30 pounds.
Yeah, I did one.
I don't know what 30 pounds is.
Oh, you picked the winner?
Oh, you said, did I pick a winner?
Yeah.
I think I kind of played the fence.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I made a lot of predictions.
I like both of them.
I'm gonna study them.
If I had to, though, I would. Like somebody
What's going on?
Study them, and I think I'm gonna do one on them tomorrow.
Appreciate you coming through. Oh, so he said $30, Case of Boy. Case of Boy said, okay, $30. So that's a bet. So y'all already know.
30 be like,
Case of Boy said, okay, it's a bet.
25, like 25 or something his way.
Go say that's $38. Oh, it's like $30. A little more like 40. More like $40. Yeah, he said that's $38. So
$30.
$30. 30 pounds is $38 in American money. That's what Ghost said.
Yeah.
So it's a bet. Y'all already said it. So it's a bet.
$30. I know $30. $30 his way, your way. $30.
But I was talking about the Shakur Stevenson. I know we already talked about it on your channel, T. I just want to go back for the ones that didn't talk about it. This Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson fight is a fight that's been long overdue. Like I was saying, I believe that Bob Arum didn't want to put this fight on. He was forced to do this fight because of the fact that that Bud had put out that lawsuit, and ESPN didn't have no parts of it. They was trying to make sure that their names stay clear, so they forced Bob Arum to put out that fight, and because Bob Arum was trying to give Shakur Stevenson Lomachenko, and he was trying to get Oscar Valdez. He was trying to get Oscar Valdez the Brachette fight.
Navarrete.
He was trying to which
Bring
one?
Navarrete up. He was trying to bring Navarrete up.
Oh yeah.
Navarrete,
Yeah. He was trying to give him Navarrete. That's right. He was trying to give him Navarrete.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was trying to give him Navarrete. What's going on, PGH?
They're trying to bring him up for some reason.
Yeah, so but I believe ESPN ESPN forced him to make that fight, and so he had no choice but to make that fight. Because if a lot of people remember when they had, I believe it was what fight came up after the Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford fight. What ESPN fight was that came on? I can't remember what fight it was, but it was shortly after Bud Crawford had filed a lawsuit. ESPN had a fight, and if y'all paid attention in the background of the fight, they had Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. They had it April 30th. And I was like, how the fuck they got it April 30th? They didn't even make that fight yet. But they already had the billboard for that shit. And so Bob Arum had no choice but to make that fight because ESPN forced him to make that fight. So, but T, I know you said it before, but how you got this fight going?
Valdez and Shakur. I got it being high action. Actually, I got Shakur outboxing Valdez to a UD, but I also could see a scenario where Shakur Stevenson get a TKO or stoppage or like a doctor stoppage or some shit like that. But I got Shakur UD in this, and I think he gonna be too slick for him. You know what I mean? With Shakur, it's literally hit and not be hit, and he do that better than a lot of people right now, than most people in the game right now.
Yeah. How you see it going, Just Do?
For me, like I said, I think Shakur right now get hit less than Floyd. I know it's early, but like I said, he had like 4.6 or 7 punches landed on him per round. And I just Saturday night, I don't see that really changing. And whatever punches Valdez do land, I just don't see them being significant enough to really change the fight. And I think if he do get clipped, he'd be fine because I think he's a special fighter. But that being said, a much better fighter, than Valdez, and I wouldn't be. I'm picking him to win by a unanimous decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped him late.
Yeah. Ashley said Valdez can't win like Rocky Wife said. Ashley said she got Shakur going to win via RTD.
Stop.
Robinson wrote the blueprint on Valpeg. That's true. He said it will be one-sided beatdown, just how it was against Robinson. Yeah, that's true.
That.
Yeah, that's true. Ashley said, what she said? Shakur comp shouldn't be compared by Floyd Mayweather comp back. Shouldn't be compared by Floyd Mayweather comp back then. What's going on, G5?
Yeah. Nah, you can't compare. Floyd fought different competition. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, he did. He fought different competition.
When I bring up how much he get hit, it's just just to put it in perspective. I don't think
Floyd fought everybody.
Yeah, I ain't saying he better than Floyd, nothing like that. I'm just trying to give some highlight how little he actually does get hit.
What's going on, Windy City Assassin? Appreciate you coming through. G5, how you see this fight going with Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson?
Shakur gonna kick his ass. I'm just gonna be funky with you, bro. I'm not finna sit here and pull. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't doing that shit. Nope. I ain't protecting none of these motherfuckers. He ain't got enough to beat Shakur, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have power, you can have, the pads, and ain't doing nothing. But if you can throw those power punches and they can't land, there's nothing.
Hey, they let you get clocked in this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing for you. And I see it by TKO. Oscar Valdez cuts and bruises easy, a lot of scar tissue. Shakur is gonna swell them up, open them up, and they're gonna stop the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it like between around 9 and 11. TKO. That eye, that what's the name fucked up and busted open, it's gonna get busted back open, y'all. Mark my words, it's gonna get split. Yep.
Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah. So Shakur Stevenson, he's 5'7". Oscar Valdez is 5'5.5". Shakur Stevenson has a 68-inch arm reach, and Oscar Valdez has a 66-inch arm reach. I mean, I don't see Oscar Valdez putting up anything that's going to keep Shakur Stevenson from doing what he does. Like I said, Shakur Stevenson defense is much better than Oscar Valdez. He doesn't get hit that much. He gets hit maybe five times per round. Oscar Valdez, he gets hit roughly about 20 times per round. So, and like I said, Shakur Stevenson, he doesn't do a whole lot of movement. He stays right there in the pocket. He just moves just enough to make you miss. And I think he's going to be countering Oscar Valdez the whole night until Oscar Valdez decides to keep his hands in his pocket, and then Shakur Stevenson is just going to start teeing off on him. So I'm like G5. I got it being a late round stoppage. I say even round 10 or round 11, they're going to stop the fight with Oscar Valdez. I don't know if it's going to be his corner or if it's going to be the referee, but it's going to be a stoppage around. I say around 10 or around 11.
And you on the same time as me, man. You on the same type of time as I am, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say between 9 to 11. I think that the reason I added the extra round with 9, just in case the court start binging on his ass early and he open up early, it'll stop earlier. But you know what I'm saying, depending on, if he got the extra go juice in the system, which I know he is, it might help his ass in some. But hey, if you got scar tissue, you get cut, man. You just get cut. You know what I'm saying? I mean, steroids can help your scar tissue.
What's going on, Johnny Q? What's going on, Mr. Finesse? Appreciate y'all coming through. Windy City Assassin said Shakur Stevenson in his career only has been hit 13% of the time. Like I said, he only get hit roughly about 5 times per round.
43 rounds straight, or it should be more by now, where he outlined his opponent. Dude, just special. He gifted.
Go say, I think the ref is going to stop it. The corner not doing him those favors. They didn't protect Canelo from Floyd. I don't see them stopping this fight. Yeah, but the difference between Canelo and Oscar Valdez, Canelo, he was getting beat up, but he wasn't getting bruised up. I see Oscar Valdez bleed and getting bruised up.
Face getting broke up a little bit,
Yeah, I see him getting.
He got that scar tissue.
Yeah, he got scar tissue. Canelo wasn't cut or anything like that. Now, I mean, the corner might not stop it, but I still see it being stopped.
Say got about the same knockout ratio as Shakur, something similar. Something closer around that. Might be a little lower, matter of fact.
Oscar Valdez got 30 fights with 23 knockouts. Shakur Stevenson got
17 and
Stevens got
9.
17 and 9.
Yeah, so it's an 8 and 7, so around the same amount. Around the same amount. They Shakur's 52.49%. Oscar Valdez is 76%. And the only reason why it's
Because he got
76,
more fights.
yeah, he got more fights. Yeah, he got more fights. That's the only reason why it's more. But they roughly only have like 7 or 8 fights that they didn't get a knockout in. So, but yeah, I just think Shakur Stevens. I mean, well, ain't even a think. I know Shakur Stevens is a better boxer than Oscar Valdez. He's a better boxer. It's not
Straight
even
up.
thinking. I know he's a better boxer. So I mean, like I said, those are some of the fights that I want to see this weekend. I'm just mad that ESPN didn't put on no other big fights with the Shakur Stevenson fight. Their co-main event is Keyshawn Davis, and that's a 6-rounder.
Y'all think that was done on purpose?
Yeah, I think that was done on purpose.
Yeah, it was on purpose. He looked like, okay, I had to give you the fight. I'm not about to stack your card to make you make it a bigger event. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, he didn't put no stars on there for Shakur Stevenson get no exposure. He got a bunch of prospects on there. They're all prospects. The biggest, there's 2 4-rounders, 2 8-rounders, and 2 6-rounders, and then the main event, which is a 12-rounder. I'm like, what the fuck? You couldn't even make the co-main event an 8-rounder or a 10-rounder? You made it a 6-rounder? Like, they're gonna fight. If this fight started at 7 o'clock, like I said earlier, if this fight started at 7 o'clock, it's going to end at 8:30. None of these joints gonna go on. He ain't got no big time fighters on there. I mean, he got a lot of prospects that we like to see, like Troy Eyes.
That's what I was saying. Maybe
and
you
Keyshawn
think
Davis.
that's a chance that he trying to showcase the talent of the young prospect.
The nigga.
I mean,
that's all he really got now.
You can still showcase him, but you could have put another big fight on there.
I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Like a longer, at least a 10-rounder. Yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna get to the main topic. A lot of people have been talking about it. I told you I was gonna talk about it until this fight is made. The Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Now, like I said, Errol Spence then called out Bud Crawford, and a lot of his fans are still making excuses. They still saying, "Oh, Errol ducked him. It's about time that he called him out and all this other stuff." I'm like, hold up. Errol has called him out before the fight, and he called him out after the fight. And they fail to realize. I mean, they fail to remember when Errol Spence came back from the car accident, and he said he wanted to fight Bud Crawford or Manny Pacquiao, or he will fight his mandatory. He did not want a tune-up fight. And then when he came back from his torn eye retina, we already knew that he was going to fight Ugas, and everybody is talking about Ugas was a cherry pick. I heard somebody said that the other day, that Ugas was a cherry pick. I'm like, how the fuck is he a cherry pick and he holds the other belt for undisputed? How could that be a cherry pick? And they're like, oh, well, he took the Ugas fight. He could have took the Bud fight. But then EJ had an interview a couple of days ago, and he said him and Bud has been talking before the Ugas fight, and they had already agreed to fight after the Ugas fight. So they already knew that they was going to fight after Ugas. It was never a fight before Ugas. It was going to be after Ugas. But they don't never seem to realize this, and they keep trying to diminish what Earl is doing. And like I said, I can't say nothing bad about this man because everything that he told me he was going to do, he did it up until this point. He said I was going to get all the belts on this side, and then I was going after that belt. He got all the belts on this side, and the first thing he did when they asked him, what do you want to do next? He called out Terrence Crawford. He said, I told everybody I was getting all these belts, and I was coming for Terrence Crawford belt. Terrence Crawford,
Just
I'm
to,
coming for that motherfucking belt.
and just to clarify that statement, the easy route, he mean in far as in terms of making the fights, the in-house fights, they're easy to make, not easy route in terms of competition. I only say that because you got some people that misinterpreted when he said that, what he meant by it.
Right.
Didn't mean it, you know what I mean? The lesser competition. He just meant the in-house fights. That's the easy route.
I mean, everybody knew that. That's the same thing that Bomac meant when he said that Bud took the easy route. When he took Jeff Horn, it was easier for him to get the Jeff Horn fight because it was in-house. But everybody glanced over that. They just looked at, EJ said he was going to take the easy route. We knew what the
and regardless of what he said, we know what happened. He took the belt off the champions. No vacant shit. You know what I mean? No gimmies. I'm taking your shit. You know what I'm saying? He's been successful 3 straight times taking nigga shit. And got one more left.
And they failed to mention that Bob Earn was standing right there. If they really was trying to make the fight, Bob Earn would have said, "Hey, Earl, we can make the fight now." Bob Earn didn't say shit. He had like he didn't hear nothing. He didn't say.
Act like you ain't hear.
Yeah, he had like he ain't hear him. So I'm like, what more you want to do? He kept saying, "What? What he say? What he say?" You heard exactly what he said. He said, "Call Al Heyman." That's what he told you. He told you to call Al Heyman. If you want to fight, call Al Heyman.
So that mean if you want to leave, leave. I don't care. You want PBC, go to the PBC. Shit.
He said, Ghost said, nah, Dwayne, that's not what Bomac meant. They meant they took the easier fight. They could have mandated for other belts and they would have had to fight 100%. I mean, yeah, they could, but the only thing is like when you're moving up for the WBO, you are automatically going to fight the champion when you move up for the WBO. With the WBC, the IBF, and the WBA, you have to put a request in, and it's up to the sanctioning body to give you that championship fight. The WBO, is not a request. As long as they're not a mandatory sign to fight the champion, you automatically fight the champion. The other sanctioning body, it's up to them if they want to give you the champion.
Yeah, WBO, they ain't got that. You ain't got to do all that. And then most people be like, but Terrence Crawford should jump this person if he's going a different route. Well, not if the mandatory signed their paperwork already. You're going to have to wait.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's
fight him.
Yeah, that's the same thing that's happening with Bubu Andrade. Bubu Andrade moved up to 168, but because Canelo already took a mandatory fight, it wasn't
already had put in his paperwork too.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing Bubu could do. He had to take the other fight, which was Zach Parker, because they already did the paperwork for the mandatory, so it wasn't nothing he could do. But far as Bud Crawford, I mean, they still could have made that fight because, like I said, if they wanted that fight, they could have made it, and he could have petitioned for the WBC. It was a vacant belt.
Yeah, that Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fought for.
Yeah, it was a vacant belt. You could have petitioned for that belt. And at the time that he moved up, Keith Thurman had the belt, but he dropped the belt. And so he would have fought Danny Garcia for that strap. He would have fought Sean Porter, but I think he would have fought Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia was ranked number 1 at the time. I think Danny Garcia was ranked number 1, so he would have fought Danny Garcia for that strap. He said he was undisputed. That made him a super champion in everybody. The WBA rules state undisputed champion is a super champion. He is 100% getting the belt. That's not for every sanctioned body because the WBC don't have a super champion. WBC don't have a super champion. They trying to create one with the franchise champion, but they don't have one.
They fucked it up the way Canelo doing it, so it don't even. That went out the window. And then Loma and them fucked up the franchise shit anyway. Because how can you be the super if you
The whole
deny
group,
regular WBC and just willing to take the franchise?
the
You know what
whole
I'm saying?
group of the franchise is fucked up. It was fucked up
Yeah,
from
I
the
mean,
beginning.
it's just
Yeah.
dumb altogether. It's just dumb altogether. I mean, like I said, I mean, regardless of whether they're here nor there, Earl did what he said he was going to do, and people still trying to find fault in what he did. I mean, Bud Crawford is the only one that's been stringing y'all along. He knew the whole time what was going to happen, and from the way he's talking, him and Earl had already talked, and he knew what was going on. He's just strung y'all on. And I told everybody when he did that daggone video about him in the ocean looking for Earl, I said that was for the fans. He was not calling out Errol Spence. That was for the fans. I've been said that. I said that was all for the fans. And he just, I mean, Earl said it and Bud said it. Bud came out and said, I talked to EJ on the phone. He wants to fight just as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
And he blamed it on the fans and the politics.
Mm-hmm.
And then Earl came
Everything
out.
by itself.
Yeah, and then Earl came out recently and said, I talked to Bud, and we already agreed before the Ugas fight that we will be fighting for undisputed after this fight. So they already knew what was going on. It just they were stringing everybody along. Well, he was stringing all his fans along. We knew what was going on. Earl said he was going to do what he's been doing. And when he's ready to fight Bud, after he get those belts, he's going to call him out. And we told everybody he's going to call him out by name. He's going to call him out. He's not going to do what Bud did. He's going to call him out by name. That's exactly what he did.
Mm-hmm.
He said, actually
Yeah.
said
And more
everything
do
Bud
you
say is for the casuals. You and me both, D. Right. Everything is for the casuals. It's not. And I've been said it. It's only for those guys that's rocking with Bud, and it's only for those guys that don't know anything about the actual boxing industry. They only going by what they see on commercials or what ESPN put out or whatever. They don't follow boxing on an everyday basis like the real people does, like the real boxing fans does. They don't follow it every day. They just follow what the narrative that they put out. So he's only doing that just to get some exposure because he knows EJ's a bigger star. So he's trying to build this fight up as much as possible because he's not the star that EJ is. So if he get more exposure to this fight, it's going to bring in more money for this fight. And like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what's taking so long for them to come up with a date because they already know what the terms is of the fight because they already gave him what the fight was going to be.
And they offered him a 2-fight deal. In that, you know what the fuck you looking like. You
Right,
know what the paperwork says.
They gave you a 2-fight deal. You said no, you just wanted EJ. So you know what the one fight is. You know what the one fight. If a 2-fight deal,
starting to feel like two gonna be
the other side.
You know what I'm saying? You might be getting two, fellas.
This it right there. Look on the top. On the side of it. No, that one. This it. This right on the side of you. Look on the other side, on the edge.
What's going on, John Page? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, but like I said, my whole thing is I just don't. I don't know what it is with the Bud fans or whatever. It's like I don't understand why they gotta find something wrong in EJ. Why they gotta find EJ's not this, EJ's this, EJ's this. I'm like, the man hasn't done anything wrong. The man sit here and put on big fights after big fights. And y'all still want to find something wrong with the guy. We don't sit here and look at what's going on. I mean, we don't look at what's wrong with Bud. We just look at the fact that Bud be lying a lot. That's the only thing I see about it. I mean, what's y'all take on it?
Shit, a lot of contradiction. And when it's he say. And then, I look at, a person team. Him, Bob, or Bomac was never on the same page. That's red flags to me anyway. Y'all under the same umbrella, quote unquote. And none of y'all had the same answer. What?
Never had the same answer.
That means it's meetings and conversations that's going on that don't involve you, Bud. Hello, nigga. That's what that means. That means Bob and Bo Mac have conversations without you, and you don't know shit about it. So when your little guard dog Bernie get to doing all this bullshit, he don't know shit either because he ain't in the meetings either.
Nope.
So you looking like a fool by letting this man just say all this bullshit, and then you come out and you know what I'm saying debunk the shit, but he's still talking though. When you said all that shit that same day or the day before, you had a live and you voted EJ as the biggest duck. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid shit, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I think
saying?
if you really convinced yourself that he a duck, you one hell of a liar, man. You a dangerous person if you truly in your heart convinced yourself that he got somebody. I promise you. I ain't no in between. If you convinced yourself that something is wrong, bro, severely.
Why would a man that flew out of Ferrari be scared of a person that punched?
Dig what I'm saying.
This nigga Ghost said, "Can we get Bo Mac versus the Stairmaster on the undercard versus Spence versus Bud?"
Yeah, go shout out.
Hey,
Yo,
go.
his ass.
Nigga, remove the Stairmaster and put Waterburger, nigga, and Bo Mac gonna knock that shit out. Cause he love Waterburger. He'll tell you he love Waterburger.
Oh shit, that nigga
Don't
said.
blame him for that.
What's going on, Mike Biggs Boxing? Appreciate you coming through.
Like big salute.
What up, Mike?
Good, Mike.
Man, get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit.
What happened? Trap must be in here.
What's going on, Twinny? Appreciate you coming through. What's going on, Tay Tay? But yeah, I mean, and I hear the fans talking about, oh yeah, Bud getting ready for this fight. He would snack now and this and that. I'm like, he's been with Snack. His sister told y'all he was with Snack when he fought the Sean Porter fight. He's been with Snack. It ain't something new. It's something he's been doing. I mean, and from what I seen, that Snack didn't make him look too much better in the daggone Sean Porter fight. He was getting touched the fuck up in the Sean Porter fight.
That's right.
So, I mean, you act like that Snack really did something special to him. No, that man got touched up. He might have got touched up even more being with Snack.
He might have had more energy second gear, but that's about it.
You need to stay away from Snack because that's the reason why Bo Mac looking the way he looked, always snacking.
Shit, that nigga Bud looking for his whole snack, his week's worth of snack. Nigga Bo Mac ate that shit in one day.
I swear to God,
I couldn't help it, Terrence. The shit was good, man. It tastes like berries.
I swear to God, I never knew how big Bo Mac was. I used to always hear BF talk about him, but I never knew how big he was because I never seen him in the ring. It wasn't until I believe it was the Jameer Herring's fight, and I saw Bo Mac. I was like, God damn, that nigga big as shit. And then he's short and he big. I was like, damn, that nigga.
What made me know how big he was the first time I ever seen him doing mitts with Bud. I'm like, bro, this nigga is wide as a Volkswagen Beetle in this bitch. This nigga is huge, bro.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you that damn big and you a trainer. How you not working out with your daggone fighter? If you getting big, you should be working out with like, hold up, I'm putting up a little bit too much weight. Let me get up here and work out with him. I don't understand that shit. What's going on, Israel? Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this fight going to happen. I mean, I just want them to hurry up and call the fight so I can get all my stuff in order so I can, because I'm going to the fight.
Yeah, no ifs and buts about this shit. I need it announced so I can make preparations. That's all.
Yeah, I'm going to that fight. That's one thing I do know. I will be at that fight. But yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be an interesting fight. I got EJ winning. I don't see anything that that Bud do that's going to keep EJ from getting on the inside. He doesn't have a jab, so if you don't have a jab, how you plan on keeping EJ on the outside?
Man, you couldn't even keep green beans from getting on the inside. Green beans hit you with a 2-piece and drop you. So you mean to tell me green beans is a better boxer and better at cutting off the ring and better at putting it on pressure than Earl? Stop.
Well,
Stop.
That's the thing. He didn't. If you look at his all his fights, he never kept nobody from getting on the inside of him.
Mm-hmm. And hey, niggas hate when you tell him Bud be getting out boxed, but he's such a world class boxer, bro. Niggas be touching this nigga up. You can't make this fuss talking about Earl be getting touched, bro. You getting touched by lesser opposition. You make that shit make sense.
You know what I hear that's so funny? They say Bud is such a is levels above EJ. He's such a better boxer than EJ. Then why the hell is everybody saying this is a 50-50 fight? If he's so much better than EJ, why is it a 50-50 fight? It shouldn't be a 50-50 fight if he's so much better than EJ.
Hey, have you ever heard Derrick James now tell EJ he was losing the fight? No.
Never.
Even with Kell Brook, he's like, hey, you know, shit, it's a competitive fight. And that one, Kell Brook was actually Kell Brook. What about the eye? What about the eye? Man, shut the fuck up. That was the other side.
We never even seen EJ losing a fight.
What about he never lost at welterweight at that point? If we want to be, nitpicking, he's still pretty much undefeated at welterweight. He just took that jump up to 60 that nobody told him to jump up and do. He took the loss there. I mean, we knew what was going to happen there. He still had to be beat at welterweight since he was the first to do it.
Well, he took that jump because he ducked Earl, and he came back down and had to fight his ass.
Ashley's stupid as shit. Ashley said that's why he got 2 kayaks for shoes. He needs a strong base to hold him
up. He got 2 canoes on his goddamn feet.
She's stupid as shit. But so I mean, I just don't understand.
Kayaks out.
I just don't understand how the fuck they see that. Like EJ has never been in a fight where you sit there and say, okay, this man gonna have to do some shit to pull this out because this ain't gonna be an easy fight. All the fights that he's winning, except for the Sean Porter, because we didn't know what we know now. The Sean Porter fight was the only fight that we said, okay, Bud might lose this fight, but that's before we knew what we knew now. If we knew that Sean Porter was already planning on retiring, we would have never thought that. But he has not been in a fight that we was like, okay, Bud might lose this fight.
Yeah,
we've never seen a fight like that.
The Sean and EJ fight. Niggas want to make it seem like because it was competitive, bro. Sean Porter had spots and rounds, but he didn't win the rounds, man. Y'all niggas gotta stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll come on in spurts and bam. Oh yeah, Sean Porter winning. Bro, he not winning this fight, bro. You read the scorecards at the end of the match. Other than the person that had the split or whatever, man, stop it. Stop it.
Look how big his shoes is the next time y'all see him. We're gonna see him this weekend. Keyshawn Davis. We'll see him this weekend.
Who, Bud?
No, Bomac.
Oh yeah.
Actually, stupid as shit.
Kayaks. That man got kayaks on his shoes.
Oh my god. No, I don't even think I would be able to watch that fight without looking down at his feet. But no, that's the thing. Like, that's why I think EJ is not so. It's not that EJ is so much better than Bud, that or whatever. EJ's been tested. That's my whole thing. Unless you've been tested, you can't say, "Oh, this person is better than that person." That man has never been tested. None of the fights he's ever been in had you say, okay, he had to pull that shit out of his ass because he was getting fucked up. None of those fights he was in did you say he had to pull that shit out of his ass. He was pretty much in every fight. The only fight that we saw that he was losing was the motherfucking Sean Porter fight. That was the only fight that we saw that he was losing.
I don't even think he was losing that motherfucker. It ain't
Nah,
even the same.
According to the scorecard, he wasn't.
That's my point exactly.
According to
What
the
everybody else could say, shit, because what they say, well, it don't matter what y'all say. What did the judges think? Well, the judges said the motherfucker was up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't flip and use the judge's opinion in your opinion when it only fits and caters to your fighter.
The only fight that he was losing, according to the scorecard, was the Kell Brook fight. That was the only fight that he was losing. He was down 3-1.
Look how early you said in the fight.
3-1. He had some early in his career.
And it wasn't past 6 rounds either. It was in the first 4.
I think Delorme got up on him.
And where was he at though? And where was EJ at when he was losing that fight? In Sheffield, goddammit. Think about it.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if you just look at everybody is changing their tone or how they see this fight going. Because at first everybody was talking about EJ, Bud was going to beat EJ. Oh, Bud is too much of a boxer for EJ. He switched from southpaw to orthodox and all this stuff. Now, a lot of those people are changing their tone. They're like, oh, I don't know. It's more of a 50-50 fight. Or they switching and saying, I think EJ might win this one out. Well, a lot of those people are switching their tones. So, like I said, it's a few Bud fans I haven't seen come around since EJ won that fight with Ugas. I haven't seen them.
They ain't gonna come around until what's the name fight get announced, and then they're gonna be back in full bore. You know, they can be riding in Nebraska corn husker.
I've been on a bunch of different people channels looking for them, and I haven't seen them, and nobody coming. They probably there. They just ain't commenting. They don't want nobody to say
nothing. You looking for them too? I'm looking for them too.
Yeah. I haven't seen none of. I haven't seen Mr. Gumbo. I haven't seen Destiny. I haven't seen Boxer Fan TV.
I ain't seen Buffett 99. I ain't seen none of these.
I haven't seen Mark Nash go on nobody's channel. He's been on his channel, but he ain't been going on nobody else's channel. What's going on, seen and unseen? Appreciate you coming through. There's a lot of these Bud fans. There's a lot of these Bud fans that was talking real big. I haven't seen them since that Ugas fight.
Hell no, you don't want to see because they don't want to admit that even off the layoff.
I saw what Sugar Ray Leonard said. I hope Sugar Ray Leonard picked Bud because he picked Mikey to beat Earl, and we saw what happened with that one.
Mm-hmm.
He said Mikey was too much of a boxer for Earl. And Earl outboxed
the shit out of Mikey. To say may the best man win.
Yeah, he switched it up at the end.
No, he said Bud. Then I got Earl. No, may the best man win because he undecided.
He know. He know what he's saying.
He know what it is. But he really saved his face.
Okay. I mean, a lot of these people switching their tone. I just want them to hurry up and make this fight. Bud, you need to stop bullshit and go ahead and agree to the motherfucking fight. Mm-hmm. Stop the bullshit and agree to the goddamn terms of the fight because I know they're not giving you less than 40%. I know they're not. They're not giving you less than 40%.
Shit, so they might make it sweeter.
You should be getting less than 40%, but they're not giving it to you. So just go ahead and take the 40% or take whatever they're giving you. Like I said, I know they're not giving them less than 40%. Only way I can see them giving them less than 40% is if they give him a flat fee and this fight do way more than what they expected to do. That's the only way he would get less than 40%. DP Rocker said Destiny went MIA. Yeah, she MIA like a motherfucker. I talked to her right before I went into the fight. And then as soon as I came out of the fight, they was nowhere to be found.
Man, you ain't gonna find Destiny, bro, because she in Omaha.
Yep.
she took a job as goddamn the nanny for the Crawfords, goddamn.
What's going on, Albie? Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, she say,
yeah, Omaha.
I I gotta be around him, goddamn it. I know what Terrence Crawford doing. I know what Terrence Crawford doing.
Yeah, I just gave Albie his wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Oh, I'm trying to see who else I missed without a wrench.
Shit. Go get one of them small pallets, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Motherfuckers nervous, bro.
That's
See
everybody.
what it is. You see how EJ fans and people that rock with Earl don't get nervous when Bud get a stoppage. But why y'all nervous when he get one?
Because they know who next.
What's going on, Shea Girl 85? Appreciate you coming through.
That's funny. It's funny as fuck to me.
Yeah,
I find it comical as fuck. As soon as EJ get a stop, cool. But let Bud get a stop. They talking crash, money, shit, nigga. Boy,
I'm saying, then he ain't get a stop the last 3 fights. So he can't stop nobody. Then when he do it, it's a problem when he do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he juice.
Man. EJ didn't. I didn't change EJ name from motherfucker the Truth to Jeepers Creeper. That nigga out here collecting eyes.
You know what they mad at?
Jeepers.
That after this performance. Going to decision, they could have made a weak argument saying, "Oh, bro, would have knocked him out. He'd have got him out of there." Mm-hmm. But with this performance and the way he did it, it don't even leave him with the room to be fake and try to say, "Oh, he would have did the same exact thing." No, he wouldn't. I like that. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have been like that.
This man,
EJ 17-month layoff performance is better than all the Bud performances at 147. Yes, I said it, motherfuckers. Sue me if you don't like it. Tell me where Bud had a better performance.
This man EJ then broke 2 orbital bones and fractured 2 orbital bones. That man, I mean,
took some ribs to go.
That's not one of these.
This man was on a 497-day layoff, and this man came back beating the shit out of Ugas. And I'm still trying to figure out where did Sean Porter seen that Ugas won the first 3 rounds. I went back and watched the fight the other night. I'm like, where the fuck could you have possibly seen?
Sean Porter, Errol Spence, biggest hater.
Yeah, he is. But
man,
I was just trying to figure out.
Kenny wish Earl was his son. That's why.
I was just trying to figure out where he could have possibly saw that Ugas won 3 rounds. I'm sitting there looking at the first 3 rounds. I'm like, where did you see?
Dude earlier said Spence was getting outboxed. I couldn't believe he was serious.
Who?
I thought he was joking. Or was it OTB was saying he was getting outboxed?
Hey man, look, that's my guy. But bro, I can't wait to step in that ring with EJ, bro. It don't look fancy. It look easy. That shit ain't easy to deal with in there, man. That nigga changed people's career. Anybody Bud the fault, their career is not changed. They're the same fighter. But he a sharpshooter. He a sniper. You know what I'm saying? Well, who has he flatlined since he moved up? Not a one.
Damn that. Who has he beat up? I haven't seen Bud beat up nobody.
So all this power y'all talking about, I'm not sold on that. He can punch. Don't get it twisted. But y'all making it seem like this nigga is Mike Tyson or something. Stop it, bro. He is not a 1-punch KO artist. If you a 1-punch KO artist, that means they own the motherfucking match. Not TKO, bro. Not technical. It's a knockout. KO. Good night, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. You're not a Deontay Wilder. You're not a Tank Davis, bro. Those are 1-punch powers that'll get your ass up out of there.
Yeah. That's the thing.
But nigga, you say that and you hate. You know what I'm saying? That ain't saying Bud can't punch. That's just saying that he's not that 1 KO punch artist that y'all see. And I don't see him going to 154. I'm telling y'all, that nigga is gonna shit. If he lose to Earl, bro, he gonna stay at 147 and try to get undisputed again and retire. I don't see him going to 154. I just don't.
But
yep, I don't see him going to 54, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see it.
What's going on, Picasso? Appreciate you coming through. Supreme Beast, what's going on with you? Yeah, I don't see. Like I said, Bud is a good fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but he hasn't been battle tested. And I'm the type of person you gotta be battle tested. In order for me to pick you to beat a certain guy, you gotta be battle tested because this guy been in all big fights. You've been in mediocre fights, and you think I'm gonna pick you over a guy that's been in nothing but big fights, and you've been in mediocre fight? No, I mean unless I see you coming up like Jerome Boots Ennis, you're coming up and you in mediocre fights because you're coming up. That's a difference. This man is already established. You've been fighting before Earl started fighting, and you've taken mediocre fights. These fights are mediocre. None of these fights you ever saw him in, you could say, "Oh, I think that guy would have beat Errol Spence." None of those guys.
Why? Because the mutual opponents that they do have, Earl already beat them and left them strapless.
And the ones that he could have fought, he didn't fight. He could have fought Lamont Peterson. He chose to fight Amir Khan. He could have fought Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson beat Amir Khan. He could have fought Danny. Danny beat Amir Khan. He knocked Amir Khan out.
And him and Danny 1-1. Who got 2-1-0 on him? While you over here bitching complaining about Earl, when you go after Ugas, oh, you knew Ugas was a difficult fight because your trainer already came out and said he was dangerous fight. But he a C-level fighter. So he beat you. What do that make you then?
Now all of a sudden, Ugas is a C-level fighter, but at first a lot of people was picking Ugas to beat Earl. Now all of a sudden, because Earl beat the brakes off of him, now he's a C-level fighter. Because
they don't want to admit that Earl just that much better than them, or than Ugas to be exact. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit, bro.
Yeah, definitely is levels to this because, like I said, I didn't see EJ in there in battles. He was in wars. I mean, it is what it is. The man fought. He fought Kell Brook when he was the number one fighter at welterweight. He beat Kell Brook in Kell Brook's hometown. He flew across the waters and stopped Kell Brook
for his first title.
Right, and he fought Sean Porter for his title. Yeah, Bud beat those guys. You could say Bud, quote unquote, beat him better than Earl.
But Earl
beat him for their titles. So, what difference does it make? Earl got something out of it. You didn't. You just got a name recognition on your resume.
That make a lot of difference. If you got your belt, niggas trying to fight hard to keep their belt. So you gonna get the best version of the fighter. I rest my case on that shit.
Hell yeah. Ain't nobody trying to lose their strap. They're gonna fight you.
I'm trying to tell you.
They're gonna fight you to the and at that time, Sean Porter and Kell Brook was trying to get other titles. Sean Porter was trying to take the strap from Earl. Earl was trying to take the strap from Sean Porter.
So, he's like, oh, it don't matter. They different times, nigga. Them was different points in their career, nigga. Nigga, if Bud would have fought the Sean Porter Earl fought, nigga fuck around and lost.
He said, Mike Biggs Boxer said, so far, Errol Spence gets ass whooping of the year award. Fight of the year is better than the Lubin. It's a toss up between those two. That's definitely a toss up. Fight of the year between Errol Spence and Lubin. The Lubin fight, that's a toss up. Both of them niggas got beat up and got stopped. Both of them got beat up and got stopped. I think Earl's might have just been a little bit more because Earl broke his nose and he broke his ribs and he broke his orbital bone. I think Lubin just got his orbital bone broke. I think Lubin broke his orbital bone. His nose. Okay. Yeah, so
Nah, his jaw too. Didn't he break his jaw?
Oh, Lubin?
No, Lubin got his jaw broke.
I know his nose is broke. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if his
No,
nose.
Luke got his jaw broke. Remember how that bitch was bulging out?
I mean, he might have. He might have. I do know about the nose though. I do know about the nose. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. T, you going back on later for Rob the Bookie?
Yeah, I'm going later for that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These on top.
What's going on, Focus Ball? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, like I said, I just want to see these guys.
Yeah,
I just can't wait for the fight to happen.
We ain't got nobody in between right now. So we got it. Just do want to do something.
I just want to see this fight happen because this fight. Just do you about to go on?
Not yet. Anyway.
Later. All right. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see. I think. Yeah. Keon not on. He not on. I think he come on at like 4 now. I think he started coming on at 4 o'clock now. He used to come on at 3:30, but now I think he's been coming on like 4 o'clock. But yeah, so I appreciate it. I mean, y'all can go ahead and give y'all last words. I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta get ready to take a nap before I gotta go to work tonight.
Saturday night, fight night, man. That's some great fights. We got two undisputed fights coming up.
Yeah, we got 2 undisputed fights coming up.
Women fight.
Well, appreciate the invite as always, my brother. And you already know. Y'all know where to find me, G5_Gabe, Instagram, YouTube. And y'all sub to my brothers up here. We all be cooking. Y'all already know what it is. Appreciate it. Good cook, though, my bro D Freeman. Good shit. Supreme, what's good? Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all pulling up on my nigga.
Yeah. Make sure y'all, if y'all not subscribed to Supreme Beats Boxing Talk. They about to come on at 4:15. So, go ahead and subscribe to my boys and go over there and check them out.
Just let me know.
Yeah. But yeah, so. Yeah, they about to come on in about 20 minutes.
You can stop on.
All right, bet. I go check them out.
No.
All right. I appreciate y'all coming through. It's your boy, Boxing Matchups. I will be back tomorrow. Peace.